Very, very big show today on the Kevin and Bean program. Maybe too much for us to handle. Seth MacFarlane, creator of Family Guy and American Dad, joins us next hour. Also, we'll talk about the $7,000 talking sex robot coming up in about 20 minutes. And Ralph has the showbiz beat. $7,000, by the way, for a robot.
That seems like a lot, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. It seems like you can get real girls cheaper than that. But anyway, we'll discuss coming up here on the Kevin and Bean Show. First, though, give me the big music. Very excited, although House isn't on again until Monday night at 8. It is appointment television for me. It's one of those shows I can't even DVR and watch the next day. I have to watch it the night it's on. That's how much I love it. And we are very excited to welcome back to the program. It's been a while since we talked to actress Lisa Edelstein. She, of course, is Dr. Cuddy on the show. Hi, Lisa. Welcome back, my dear.
Hi. How are you?
Very good. Thank you.
We're doing great. Man, House does not disappoint. I mean, this was a show. It was a show when it started in season 1. You thought, well, that's a fantastic idea for a show, but how are they going to keep that going? And now, what are we, 5, 6 seasons? Where are we now?
6 seasons.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
No, it's pretty incredible. I love it.
It is great. And tell folks who maybe don't watch The House who you are on the program and why that's such a great character for you to play.
I play Dr. Lisa Cuddy, and I run the hospital, so I'm everyone's boss. I also wear a lot of really beautiful clothes.
Yes, you do.
And extremely high heels.
Yes, you do.
And I am a know-it-all. I'm the kind of the straight man to House.
Now, House is a crazy
and the
genius.
sex partner.
Yes, right. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on that. The occasional sex partner. All right.
Got to build it up.
Now, House is a genius doctor that has very bad interpersonal skills, right? I mean, could you fire him if you wanted to?
Yeah, she's the one that hired him.
Okay.
She took out the insurance policy to make sure he doesn't screw it up
Yeah.
too bad. But she's responsible for him being there.
A, there's no show if you fire him, and
Right.
B, he's too valuable to the hospital. I mean, he's the premier doctor.
What if I just hired somebody else who had a similar name?
Like Home? You hired Home?
I hired Home.
That's a great idea.
Or Holmes?
Speaking of the wardrobe on House, by the way, I'm sure that you run into people who work at hospitals. Everybody identifies with the folks on television that are most like the job that they have. They have to come up to you and go, A, there's no way a hospital administrator affords that kind of clothing, and B, how do you get away with wearing such sexy stuff in a work environment?
Well, first of all, it's an imaginary hospital.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't have real
Yeah.
patients?
No. So in the imaginary world of Princeton Plainsboro, it is absolutely appropriate.
Right.
Oh, that's good.
And I would like to second that. I would like to say that is a good creative choice.
But, I mean, look, our Lisa May, you watch the show, too.
Yes.
Don't you think that sometimes it's a miracle that Cuddy can sit down with how tight some of those outfits are? I mean, it's crazy, right?
It is
Well,
pretty
Cuddy
amazing.
can't really.
You can't cross
take
your
very
legs.
long strides. That's her problem.
Yeah.
Right. Small baby
She
steps.
minces.
She has the knees don't get to separate very much when she's walking. So that requires a lot of hip swaying from side to side just to get momentum forward.
Right.
Yeah,
And,
there's nothing wrong with that.
and again, that's good.
All right. Speaking of the knees being apart, you got this boyfriend on the show,
Yes.
but you're settling for him. I mean, Cuddy wants to be with House. In a perfect world, if she were running things, that's how it would end, right?
I think so. But
Yeah,
I think
she's still digging.
at some point, a lady's just got to do what a lady's got to do.
Right.
Sure.
And really, Cuddy's been hard up for a long time.
Right.
And this guy is young and he's energetic and he shows up and he helps her take care of her life and he's not very complicated. And he satisfies her in ways that she isn't satisfied when she's completely by herself.
We need more hospital administrators that are just begging for it. Right? Don't you think that would be awesome? They
I
dress
think at some point, if you're not getting what you want, you get what you need.
I hear you.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, yeah, she needs an adult relationship, and she's never going to get that with House. He's more fun, but he's also a pain in the ass, and it's
Right,
just
the
not worth the
question is,
drama at her age.
Can you sustain the relationship you think you should have without ever going back to a relationship you wish you could have?
That's the question. Well put.
Now,
Well put. All right.
everything that we've said, if you didn't watch the show, you would think, okay, this is about the personal relationship between these people. But the medicine part of it is also amazing every week.
It really
Right.
is.
The different diagnoses that they go through and how they kind of rule everything out before they finally get to the thing no one thought
Right.
of. It's a tightrope walk,
It
and it's
is,
really
and
done well.
it's an incredible process. It takes them a long time to write these stories because finding diseases that can be mistaken for other diseases and then finding within all that something that you can tell a cool story around is it's difficult. And I think it's like a 6-month process sometimes for the writers.
They must go crazy. They must go, look, gotta find another disease.
I know. Did you think you're going to run out of
Season
some point?
6, we've used them all.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, everyone's got syphilis or some kind of weird form of herpes. It's all down to people who are dirty, dirty sex lovers.
Sure.
How do you do as an actress with all the doctor speak? Because sometimes, I mean, you're a doctor also on the show, not just administrator. Sometimes
That
you
is
get
correct. Thank you for noticing.
Sometimes you get the mouthful of medical jargon too. Is it particularly tough for you, or you do okay with it?
I do okay with it. I really love medicine. I think a lot of those words were never meant for conversation. But once you figure out how to say them, you're fine.
Right.
It's just really funny. We did a read through of a script where there were 8,000 really complicated words, but for whatever reason, everybody kept saying the word enema as enema.
Yeah.
How can you read like 10-syllable Latin medical terms and then say enema?
And then say enema. Yeah.
That's
You're
fine.
probably thinking about
driving me crazy.
the 10 syllables. The
Yeah.
other word.
This is actress Lisa Edelstein on the phone. You're listening to the Kevin and Bean Show. We're talking about House, which it's a great day for an interview, being Thursday now because House is on Mondays. But we hope you'll remember this interview and tune in. A very special Cuddy episode this coming Monday night. What's it all about?
It's a little bit revealing too. I have you go into my bedroom, you go into my shower.
Oh,
All right.
It's a bit of a sassy opening teaser. Well, that I didn't want to say sassy opening and leave it at that.
That's all right. You're smart.
And it looks like there's some actual real trouble in the hospital that you
Yes.
kind of have. You got a big fire to put out, otherwise somebody loses a job, right?
Yes, somebody very important.
And do you have a mouthful of medical jargon on that
I don't
program
have,
as well?
No, it's not so much medical jargon.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's more legal jargon.
Okay. All right.
Kevin just wanted to ask if you
I
had a
did.
mouthful of anything.
What did
That's
I
what
have
he
a
was.
mouthful of?
I did.
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to get
Great.
you.
Thank you, Bean.
All right, we're out of time, but House is great, and it deserves
You guys are
all
the
the
best.
all the acclaim
So
that
much
it has
fun
gotten
talking
over
to
the
you
years.
always.
Oh, we always enjoy talking to you too, Lisa. Seriously, keep up the good work over there. Monday nights at 8 on the Fox Network. We'll talk to you again, my dear.
Bye.